Hey guys, what's up? Tori here. So, hopefully this will at least be a somewhat better video than my last video I kind of did of just me. So basically this video I'm going to redo my nose piercing video just because my last one was such crappy quality using my webcam like I did. And I know the lighting is not great in this video. I have tried every possible thing to make the lighting good in my room, and like it looks good like as when I set it up, and then I start recording and all of a sudden it goes dark. So I don't know, whatever. But this is gonna be my last video for this week just because my weekend is gonna be kind of busy, and then next week hopefully I'll be able to do like 2 or 3 videos. So let's hope. But anyway, I'm going to do my nose piercing video over again so that way you guys can also see it a little clearer too. So I'll just kind of turn this way you guys can see clearly. I'll maybe zoom a little. You can see it there. So a week ago, this past Monday, so I've had my piercing for about a week and a half now, because today's Thursday. I went and got my nose pierced, and it was not one of those like spur of the moment kind of things. It wasn't like I was like, I'm just gonna get my nose pierced today for the heck of it. It was something that I had been thinking about for quite a while, and was something I wanted to do. And like I did a ton of research. I looked up, finding a good reputable place to go, because that's very important with piercings. Like if you're gonna get any kind of piercing, make sure it's a good reputable place that has a reputation for doing a good job and for not like having infections and things like that. So you definitely want to be sure of that, and that's what I did. And I kind of just like researched in general the piercing and getting it done, and like I watched videos of other people doing it. And so I went in, and the guy, he like cleaned my nose. Like, well, I had to sign all like the paperwork and stuff and pay him, and it only cost me $25, but I happened to go to this place on a day where they had a really good deal where you could get a piercing done for $25. So, that's just because I went on a day where they were doing it fairly cheaply. So, I think typically they're more around like 40 to 60 typically, depending on the piercing, I think, typically. But, in this case, I only got it done for $25, so that was good. But, so I signed the paperwork, and then he took me back, and he cleaned my nose, like, here, good, and he also cleaned the inside of my nose, which, for me, that was the worst part, because that cleaning stuff smelled so nasty, and it was, like, stuck in my nose for so long. And then he cleaned, like, right in front of me, he cleaned all his tools very, very thoroughly. Like, he was talking to me, and, like, he was a guy that was very much, like, he takes his craft of piercing very seriously. And he wanted, he's very much about wanting to do a good job and wanting the client to be happy and things like that. So like after he got all his utensils and stuff cleaned, he put a mask on his face, he put gloves on his hands, and then he lined up the piercing, like he lined it all up, like he put the little dot on my nose, like, okay, do you like it? And I was like, yep, I like it, it looks good. And then he lined it all up, and he took the needle and he just pushed it through, and it was just a really quick, for me it was just a quick pinch, like it didn't hurt that much at all. But how much it hurts totally depends on your personal pain tolerance. And so yeah, I mean that's, for me it was a quick pinch and it was over. It wasn't that bad, pain scale of 1 to 10, like a 2, maybe a 3 at the worst, but not bad at all. And so yeah, and it was a quick pinch. He put the jewelry in, and then he cleaned it all up, and he was like, okay, and then he, gave me my instructions for cleaning it and taking care of it, and how long it would take it to heal, and then I was gone. I mean, it was, honestly, I probably was in the building maybe 10 minutes total. Well, 15, I would say 15 at the most, but I was not in there very long at all. It was very, very quick, relatively painless and that kind of thing. It went really good, and I really like it a lot. And like I said, honestly, the worst part was the smell of the cleaning stuff in my nose, just because that stuff stunk so bad. But yeah, and then as far as cleaning it goes, I have to clean it twice a day for like the next 6 weeks-ish. And he gave me this little packet of non-iodized sea salt. And he was like, just put this little packet into a regular sized bottle of like water bottle and just shake it up really, really good. And he said, and then just put, you know, some of it on like, you know, a gauze pad or a cotton swab or whatever, or tissue, you know, whatever works. And then, you know, just put some on it and then just hold it on the piercing for like 2 minutes and just do that twice a day and it should be good. And that's what I've been doing so far for the last week and a half. I do it in the morning when I get up and before I go to bed at night, usually like sometime at night before I go to bed. I do it and it takes good care of it. I haven't had any problems like with it being without it being pain. Yeah, that made sense. Without it being painful. I haven't had any pain really with it. I haven't had really any like redness or swelling. It's looked really good. And yeah, I mean, it took me a little bit to get used to it in the sense that like the piece on the inside was what took me the most to get used to. Cause you know, it's held in by, you know, a little piece on the inside. So, that piece, like for a while, it's like I could feel it sitting there, so it kind of felt like there was like a booger stuck there for a while, but now I'm completely used to it. I don't even notice it anymore. I actually tend to forget that the piercing is there, and like I'll go to like rub my eye or like itch my nose, and all of a sudden I'll be like, oh, piercing, I almost forgot about it. But yeah, I can show you. See, this is my cleaning stuff. It's just in a regular bottle of water. And I keep it in my room just so like no one in my family tries to drink it or throw it away or anything. But yeah, and I have my non-iodized iodized salt all shaken up in here, and I just take this into the bathroom, and I have these little cotton squares that I use, and I you know, put a little bit onto the cotton square, and I just hold it on my nose, and it works really good. And there's more out of it than what maybe should be because I accidentally spilled a tiny bit of it. But otherwise there wouldn't be quite this much taken out of it either in the cotton squares or in the bathroom. But, and yeah, and like I said, I just hold that and it's good. And yeah, so I'll kind of just show you again what it looks like. And I like this kind of piercing just because I think it's just really dainty and it's cute and, you know, it's nothing like gaudy or weird, you know. I mean, if you have other crazy, weird piercings like tongues, lips, head, forehead, eyebrow, whatever, that's your choice. I'm perfectly fine with you having it. It's just personally not my style. I'm not really into a ton of crazy piercings. I do have my ears pierced, which you can maybe see the hole there. And I've had earrings on in my videos before. But I don't wear earrings too terribly often. I mostly for like special occasions and that kind of thing. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. Hopefully you guys enjoy this video and you like it better than my last nose piercing video, because that one was just such terrible quality, and you can actually see my ring much nicer. It's just, you know, a little stud diamond thing. So yeah, and I so far have not really had any bad reactions from any, like, I really didn't tell a lot of my family that I was getting it done before I did it. I talked to my mom and my sister and my brother and my dad pretty much. Like, they pretty much all knew I was going to get it done. No one else really knew that I was getting it done. But so far, the family that, like, I've seen and interacted with so far, they've all thought it looked really good and they liked it. And I've had a couple reactions from people at church. I really have only had one bad reaction. There was one lady from my church that, like, completely tore me apart for it. There, she was like, is that really appropriate for your church? And I'm gonna be doing kids Sunday school at my church too, so, like, she was like, will that be appropriate for the kids? And it's like, what difference is the nose ring versus earrings? And then I got no response, so that was really the only bad reaction I've had so far. And yeah, that's it, guys. So hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, make sure you give it a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe if you enjoy my channel. And you can also follow me on Instagram at kittycatlol3, same way it's here on my YouTube. So thank you guys. Bye.